Hey everybody, and welcome to another week of Kinder Chat. This month I am giving you a bunch of different ideas for your small group reading lesson that focuses on phonemic awareness. So the first week is going to be all about rhyming. So if you are teaching rhyming words or you want to go over rhyming words, this would be a great small group lesson idea for your students. With my small group lessons, I break them down into 3 parts. The first part is a warm-up, so just something that they do quickly. Sometimes I am at my table with them, and sometimes I am walking around the room checking on other centers. So I have the warm-up first. The second part is the actual lesson, where I'm doing more of a guided teaching. And then the third part is a follow-up activity. So this is something that sometimes I model with them, or sometimes they might kind of do on their own, and I just monitor and fix as needed. So with those 3 parts of my lesson, it usually takes about 10 to 12 minutes to get through all 3. So here we go. So my warm-up activity is going to be using these dice that I found on Amazon. They come in handy. I've used them so much. You can just insert different little pictures inside each one, but pretty much what they're doing is they are rolling 2 dice and seeing if the words rhyme or not. So I would make sure that each of my students at my group gets at least 1 turn to roll both the dice and tell us if it is yes, a rhyming pair, or no, not a rhyming pair. So let me show you how they would do it. They would roll the dice, wig. They'd roll the second dice, jam. They would say wig, jam, do not rhyme. And then the next student would go. And maybe this student would roll hat, cat. Hat, cat, they do rhyme. And so while I'm doing this, I am just seeing who is able to quickly identify a rhyming pair and who might need a little extra help identifying if 2 words rhyme or not. So after I do that, that takes about 2-3 minutes, I move on to the guided lesson. So with this guided lesson, I would be focusing on thinking of different rhyming words. Practice identifying rhyming pairs, and now we are going to practice producing a rhyming word. So this might be a rhyming lesson idea that you might do towards the end of your rhyming lessons. So I love using whiteboards and markers in my small group. It keeps them super engaged and excited to learn. So this is called a word ladder, and you can use it with a bunch of different skills. But pretty much you will show your students to draw a ladder. So draw a straight line down, draw another straight line down parallel, and then draw a couple lines going across. Usually about 3 or 4 is a good number. So the first thing you're going to do is say, okay, we are going to think of as many rhyming words for the word log. So with your students, you would guide them to how to write the word log. You would sound it out. If they are kind of just getting started, maybe you would just tell them how to spell it and they would repeat it after you. So you would write the word log right here. And then what you would do is together you would think of one word. So let's think of a word that rhymes with log. Log, fog, log, fog, they rhyme. So you're going to show the students that the beginning sound changes, but the ending part of the word, the og part, does not change because that makes it a rhyming word. Now what you would have them do is have them do it on their own. So say, okay, I told you the word log, we thought of the word fog together. Now I want you to think of a word that rhymes with log and fog. And so give them about 30 seconds to think. They write it down, they show you, and some of your students might have the same words, some might have different words. You can talk about all of the different words that you see there. And a way that you can extend this activity is to have your students use one of these words in a sentence. So maybe you say, okay, Sue, I want you to use the word log in a sentence, and have the student say the word log in a sentence. Then you might have Bill use the word fog in a sentence, etc. So you could do this a couple of times with your students. It's just a quick, easy activity that practices producing rhyming words. Now, the last part of the activity is the follow-up activity. So sometimes this might be an activity that they do independently after they are finished with my small group lesson, but sometimes this is an activity that they might do together with me. I might model part of it and then they kind of do it on their own. So this is called draw a rhyming pair. So we already practiced identifying rhyming pairs. We also practiced producing a rhyming pair. So now it's their turn to think of two pictures that rhyme. You could help them out by giving them the dice and telling them to draw two pictures that they see on the dice that rhyme. Or you could have them think of a different rhyming pair that we did not talk about today. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna draw one picture here, write the word down here. If your students are just starting with writing, then maybe they dictate it to you and you write it here. Then they draw the other picture here and write or dictate the word underneath. So this will just show you how students are doing with rhyming words. Now, if you want to extend this activity, you can also have them draw two rhyming words, but then use both of the rhyming words in a sentence. For example, the dog jumps over the log might be the sentence if they had a picture of a dog and a log. And with this, this activity is found in my rhyming words unit, but you can also easily create it on your own. Just fold a piece of paper that has the drawing section at the top in half, hamburger style. Draw a line down the middle, have them draw one rhyming word on one side and the other rhyming word on the other side, and do the same activity. So I hope this was an easy rhyming small group lesson that you can implement in your classroom. I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.